What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back here with another video. Jayden Daniels is done with LSU. Let's talk about it. Apparently he's done. He sent a cease and desist letter over, or his lawyers, he and his family. So this is something that we have to take into consideration. A lot of this keeps saying his family, which leads a lot of people to believe that it's his mom and not him. And we're going to talk about that a little more, but let's just get into this. He had like a 20-7 record at LSU, and he feels disrespected because he's not getting the same respect as Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow has never had his number worn since the LSU season of 2019, obviously winning a national championship in the process of winning a Heisman, going 15-0, and basically having one of the best college runs of all time. And a lot of people are wondering, like, well, why does this matter? Well, because DJ Carr, wrong quarter, that's a wrong person in general. DJ Pickett, he is wearing number 5 for LSU, so now he's a little angry. He's saying, you know what, let's send a cease and desist over because no one should wear that number but me. Here's my thoughts on the number in general. I think that it is awesome to have your number retired. I think it's awesome to get a statue, and I think sometimes it depends, because I wonder what a lot of people would rather have. Would they rather have an MVP type season, or would they rather have a championship or their number retired in a franchise, right? Now a lot of people would probably say, well, if I won a championship and still did what I did, I'd get my number retired, but that's not true necessarily. We know a lot of people that have won championships for their teams and they don't get their numbers retired. It's just a lot of people win championships, and it's hard to just retire every number. And let's just be clear, these numbers aren't retired by the school. They're just unofficially retired. Now, the Steelers do something similar to this, where they don't allow people to wear numbers. So the Knights even did something like this. Nobody wore Fleury's number until he retired. But the Steelers do this with number 7. Nobody's worn Ben's number since Ben Roethlisberger. There's reasons why number 1 has never been touched. I believe number 12 is still not officially retired, but it is basically unofficially retired, I believe. It's not like hockey where they just have them in the banners and I see them all the time. But I think it's just as much of an honor to have it unofficially retired. And listen, the numbers are going to get selected, and if it's at LSU, it shouldn't matter, right? Like, yes, it's your alma mater and it's your program. Like, you're an alumni, and I understand, like, you won a Heisman Trophy, you went 20-7, like, you did pretty okay. But all you did was win bowl games that didn't matter. You didn't win a Rose Bowl. You didn't win the big games, and that's just the case. That's one of the biggest knocks on you and some of the entire draft class you were in, was that you guys never had true competition, or that you guys have never truly won anything. And I believe the guy in the draft class that did win something was drafted like 5th out of all you or something like that. So it's just like, it's just something crazy to think about, and how I truly believe how Jayden Daniels should not be worried about this, especially this close to the off season, or the season's coming to an end. Like, we have 3 weeks until we're into the football season, and you can't be worried about this jersey number thing. And that leads a lot of people to believe that his mother is involved, that his mom is really upset about this. She's the one who's truly mad at LSU. And if that's the case, Jayden, I'm sorry, but you got to stick up for yourself and your mom. Because if you truly believe that, okay, this is kind of disrespectful towards you, then okay. If you just don't care and you're letting her do it, this makes you look like a weirdo. That you're obsessed over some little thing. Listen, Daniels did amazing things for LSU, and I'll say it again, like, you won a Heisman, but you didn't win a national championship. You didn't have a Joe Burrow-like year where you went 15-0. You weren't like Joe Burrow when you won a national championship. You weren't like Joe Burrow when you did all this stuff. Joe Burrow is a one-of-one player by the LSU standards. So, I'm sorry, but you're not beating that. And you just need to get over it. You do. Got to get over it. Now, for LSU, what does this mean? The cease and desist, basically, you can't use his name, image, and likeness anymore. I don't know how much they use his name and image and likeness, around the program and around the school. Who knows, maybe there's a wall that has him on it, so they might have to get rid of that or something like that. But here's my thing. LSU does a really nice tradition. I don't think many schools do. I really like this tradition that during the games, they'll basically have on the Jumbotron all the players that went to LSU and their the teams that they're on. So Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, they get shown and they get cheered loud. They get cheered loud. Why? Because they won a national championship. That's why. They cheered for Daniels. I think that they cheered for Daniels, and it sucks because they won't be able to do that anymore. And I think you kind of turn the LSU fan base on you, similar to how you had the same thing happen at ASU, because you left that program. So, I don't know. It just seems very weird to be worrying about this before the season. And I hope nothing for the best. I obviously hope that he has a phenomenal season at Washington this year. And he does his thing. He has a bounce back year because he had a rough year last year with injuries. Getting hit a lot and just, hopefully that team just looks better overall. But at the end of the day, if this is what you're worried about, I do have concerns. But Jayden Daniels, I hope he just puts his head down and does his thing. And for LSU, I don't think they'll get affected too much. If they truly can't use his name, image, and likeness anymore, then it is what it is. And I'm sure that they won't cry about it. They'll just be like, okay, let's just hope that this QB that we have now can win us a national championship, and then he'll be in the draft. And then people will forget about Daniels ever going to LSU if this kid can win a Heisman and a national championship, because then guess what? No matter what, you'll still be the third best quarterback that went to that school. And I know it sounds like I'm throwing shade, but truly, it's just real. The things that make you an elite guy and someone that everyone could just be like, you know what, you are a legend at this school, at this team, is winning championships. And if LSU could win a championship this year, Jayden Daniels will be an afterthought. Cool, you won a Heisman, but you didn't win the big one. And that's what matters for the programs, because, yeah, cool, you won a Heisman Trophy win at this school, but you didn't win the Heisman Trophy and the national championship, because that means a little more. Let me know your guys' thoughts and opinions. I know this is not the usual setup, and I had to use an emergency video because I had 3 videos prepped for this week, so now I have to make this one as an emergency because I was not expecting it. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Like this video if you liked it. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Who do you agree and disagree with? Do you have some kind of mutual agreement for both? Let me know your true thoughts. I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good night or day.
I'm fire, let go my ego, elevating higher. King, talking sports, reigning supreme, slaying every game like it's a dream. Never let go of this ego I hold, more than enough for me and my amigos go. From the diamond to the ice rink, I run the show.